All right, so here's what I want to do. I want to walk you through a little bit more details about the clinical protocols. Okay, I've been getting a lot of questions, and these are the two most common. Okay, number one is how much does this cost? And then number two is, can I see a sample protocol? Like, what's the protocol look like for diabetes? What does it look like for thyroid? Okay, I'll show you that in a second. And so at the end of this video, I want you to be in a position to say, hey, yes, I want this. I see the value in this shortcut, or like, this is not for me. I'll tell you right off the bat that if you're looking for, a 200-hour haul, right? You're looking to collect letters in the alphabet behind your name. This is not that. This is a shortcut. This is what I've been doing for the past decade and couple years probably to simplify functional medicine, make it easy so that I could focus on the marketing and the expansion. And for me, a high six-figure, 100% cash, functional medicine based I'm virtual operation. So it's a fun way to practice. And I just, I saw the value, 10 years ago of just, hey, let's just simplify protocols. So I'll show you that in a second, but let's first talk about cost. $297, right? We're not talking thousands and thousands of dollars because it's not 200 hours. It's not a massive, overwhelmingly confusing endeavor, right? It's a very simple. You can get up and running within 4 or 5 hours, give or take. So $297, that's all it is. And then there's a couple offers. One is $67. You'll see that on the front page. It's a $67 bump, and it's basically my guidebook that I give patients. Okay, it's not for doctors, it's for patients. I give it to them. I send it to them in the mail. But it's 86 pages, and it's food lists, it's toxins to avoid, it's hidden sugars to avoid, it's their journal, okay? Their tracking journal so they can track their foods, track their results, track their losses, track supplements, all that kind of stuff. So again, 86 pages. You would modify that and make it your own. You'll have full rights to the thing. So take it, use it. You can use it as a digital download. You can use it as a lead magnet if you want to use it that way. It's up to you. But you'll take it to some geek on Fiverr, and I'll show you how to edit this thing. But you'll take it to some geek and say, hey, change this on page 2. Change this, let me get rid of this. Change this on page 3. Okay, you'll make the modification so that my name's not on it, your name is on it. You'll have full rights to that thing. But it's $67. It is the tool that I give patients. Okay, one-time offer. You can say no. I don't need the book. I already have my own stuff. Perfect. You're still at $297. There's a couple other offers. The first one is $97, and it's what my day 1 and day 2 look like. So my day 1 is on the phone, and it's typically less than 15 minutes. Okay, I book 20-minute increments. Okay, usually I'm done in 15. You're like, oh my gosh, how can you do that in 15 minutes? My clinical protocol is simple, right? It's easy to explain, it's easy to apply, and patients love it. They get great results with it. I've put over 3,000 people through it. It works. I'm not going to say it works 100% of the time. I don't think anything does, but probably 90%. Because, and I'll talk about the clinical, I'll show you why this thing works so well in just a second, but I just want to hammer this out. Day 1, day 2. My day 2 is a screen share, like a Loom screen share. This is my report of findings. Like, I have the labs up in front of me, and I say, Mary, we're getting rid of this food for 3 months. We're getting rid of this food for 6 months. Here's where you're depleted and deficient. Here's what else you're going to do, right? It's about a 10-minute video on the back end. So my day 1, day 2 is under 15 minutes. If you want those trainings on what that looks like, it's a one-time offer of $97. You can always say no. You don't want if your day 1 is rock solid. But listen, I talk to doctors and practitioners all the time where they're spending, I talked to a gal, I think a couple weeks ago, close to 2 hours with a new patient. That's the fastest way to go out of business. You're going to spend 2 hours with somebody. Nah, there's a better way, right? So it's a way to kind of simplify it and give yourself the ability to help more people, essentially. So that's offer number 1. If you don't want it, that's fine. Say no. Number 2 is a fully loaded funnel build, which is a replica of mine. Okay, and I'll show you that in just a second. But if your website is not pulling new patients, maybe you're buried on page 2 or 3 of Google where nobody sees it, and you're struggling to get eyeballs on your operation. By the way, that's my main focus for a long time, is just the marketing side. For over 8 years, I've helped several hundred doctors scale like in a big way. functional medicine on the marketing side, right? Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, all that kind of stuff. Funnels, frameworks. So that's where I've lived for many, many years. I just created the clinical stuff because there's a need for it. There's a lot of people that don't want to go through a 200-hour ordeal and immerse themselves in all this time-consuming chaos and confusion. What if you could have just a simplified approach that is easy to explain, easy for patients to apply, and gets them the results that they need? That's what we have. So this is a one-time offer, and it's just a funnel build, right? It's the share link to the exact funnel that I use. I'll show you what mine looks like. I never send ads into this homepage, but you'll see the conditions, right? Weight loss, diabetes, neuropathy, thyroid, ADHD, gut, autoimmune, sensitivities, right? This is more of a placeholder. Not a lot of people searching nutrient testing, but let's say I'm running autoimmune ads, right? I'm running Google ads or Facebook ads or YouTube ads into autoimmune. I'm not taking them to the homepage. I'm taking them to the autoimmune portion of the page where it's like, here's the problem with autoimmune. Here's why it's so poorly managed. Here's what we do, why we're unique and different, and here's your next step. Okay, book a discovery call. They book they click on that link, and it takes them to this page. And my calendar sits right here. My calendar sits right underneath the rules. Like, before you book a call, number one, show up, right? Number two, be motivated, be in a position to invest. And if you have a spouse that says no to everything, get them on the call with me, right? So those are the rules, and that's essentially what this funnel looks like. And so if you want the share link to the exact funnel that I use that converts very, very well once you run ads into it, that's an option for you as well. Okay, we get you the share link. We can show you how to modify this thing and modify it, and you'll be up and running within a couple days. Be sure to go to GoDaddy, buy the domain, point it to ClickFunnels, load it to ClickFunnels, and then you're just, hey, get rid of my name, put your name. Get rid of my bio, put your bio. That's the extent. So if you already have a funnel or a website or online presence and you don't need this, you don't need it, right? Just now you're back to $297. So that is what this whole thing costs, right? Now, can I see a sample protocol? Every protocol is different, right? It's a framework, right? It's sensitivities, deficiencies, toxicities. Let me just get you into the portal here. So let me write on this. These are all drop downs. So, here's your food testing, okay? Everybody is different in terms of food testing. So what's the protocol for diabetes? What are they eating? Well, it's based on testing. Sometimes we're getting rid of bananas and spinach and avocados and different things. So pillar number one is food testing, okay? 3 reasons why. Number one, gives the gut a break. Number two, gives the immune system a break. Number three, reduces inflammation in the body. So it's an objective way through testing to do these 3 things and modify their diet. Get them off the roller coaster that is the standard American diet, where they're spiking blood sugar with every single meal. So let's get them off this roller coaster and modify their diet. Okay, clean that up. Okay, pillar number 2 is deficiencies. Okay, where are they depleted and deficient? Is it zinc? Is it magnesium? Is it vitamin D? So this is the testing we do for that. Here's the supplement protocols. Now, this is where it's so important. I don't have anything to do with the companies that I use. Okay, there's a handful of supplement companies that I use, and the companies have built protocols for certain conditions. So they have the library. So I can go to the library and say, gout, type in G for gout. What is the protocol for gout? Here it is. What is the protocol for autoimmune? Here it is. What's the protocol for ADHD? Here it is. So it's a framework of sensitivities, deficiencies, toxicities. As far as the toxins, it's lists. So I'm not testing for toxins. It's a list of high fructose corn syrup, preservatives, nitrates, MSG, trans fats, colors, dyes. You get the idea. It's a 2-page list where, hey, if we're trying to lose weight, if we're trying to reduce inflammation, we're trying to get you healthy, you have to minimize these toxins that we know destroy your health. Okay, so that's the third component of toxins. But the supplement companies that we use have the protocols. Okay, I didn't develop them, I didn't create them, I just use them, and they work. They work very, very well. So it's food testing. We fill in the gaps where they're depleted, and then typically it's a back-end protocol based on their condition that they have. Hopefully that makes sense. So I don't, again, these are not my companies. Okay, I just show what I do and what I use, right? So that's that, supplement protocols. Other labs I use. So these are all these are the lab trainings. I do a combination of finger prick blood test, combination of hair analysis, and then some other labs I use are urine testing for inflammation and cell health, because I don't want to have to find a lab for these people to go for a blood draw. Everything that we do, I want to do it virtually. So it's finger prick, hair analysis, urine, stuff that they can do from home. That they don't have to. I don't have to find a lab and just find you a doctor who can do a blood test. I don't want that. I want simple, clean, convenient, easy. I send them a kit. They test themselves from home. They send it in. I get the results in about 10 and 12 days. I give them a video. Okay, simple. This is a little bonus I threw in as Facebook ads mini walkthrough. So if you're like, hey, how do I recoup? I want to take this $297. What's the fastest way to recoup? Let's say $297, or maybe you want some upsells. Run some simple Facebook ads. I'll show you how to do that. It's a quick 15-20 minute video. Here's the guidebook. So if you said yes, I want the guidebook for $67 or whatever it is, this is where you'll download that, and then you make the modifications. I show you how to modify it. Here's the day 1, day 2 trainings. So if you said yes, I want the day 1, day 2 mastery, it's in this drop down. And here's the funnel. So if you want the loaded functional medicine funnel, click on this, and it's going to get you the share link so that you can have the exact replica of what I use, and then you just modify it. And then these are the advanced. Let me just click on that. The advanced marketing strategies that we use. This is the world that I've lived in for many, many years, is the marketing side. So I have the inner circle. Okay, I have 3-day challenge program. I have niche launch challenge. So I have other advanced marketing protocols for docs that are and practitioners that want to scale up fast. 20K a month, 30K a month, sometimes 50K a month and beyond. So everybody's different. Everybody's got different goals. That's my main focus, right? Is the marketing and helping doctors scale. But this is I just wanted to answer these 2 questions: what does this cost, and what does the sample protocol look like? So, I can't give you names of companies that we use, but it's all in the members portal. But again, it starts with foods, nutrients, toxins, bad fats, sugar, hidden sugars, cell health, gut health. Okay, it's all there for you. And you just get in here and you start at the top, just work your way down, work your way through this thing. And again, this can be up and functional within a couple hours. We have our labs. Okay, I'll just quick disclaimer on the labs. We have our labs to prevent undercutting. Okay, because I want to be able to charge $300 for a food test and not risk being undercut. Okay, let me try and think. How do I? I'm not going to mention pricing on labs, because this video, I'm probably going to put this on YouTube, and I don't want anybody else finding it other than practitioners. I'm not going to talk about price, but we'll just understand that we have our labs, and I want to feel safe charging what I charge, and knowing that patient can't turn around and find this thing. Oh my gosh, I got to find this cheaper online somewhere else. I got to find this on Amazon. I don't want that. So we have our labs to protect practitioners from that lowballing, so to speak. So hopefully that makes sense. So we have our labs. We've negotiated a massive, substantial volume discount because we test hundreds and hundreds of patients every single month. So I went to the lab many years ago, and I said, hey, if I test X amount of people, how low can we get this thing? And then we just take that rock bottom, we give that to you guys, so that you can help more people and make more money by offering these protocols. So all right, hopefully that makes sense. But protocols, that's what it is, right? Foods, nutrients, toxins, bad fat, sugar, hidden sugars, and then based on the companies we use, you can add more protocol to it. Like, this is the protocol for ADHD. This is a protocol for leaky gut, whatever it might be. So, all right, I'm done. Hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, let me know.